If your legs feel weaker than they used to, if getting out of a chair takes effort, or if you have started thinking, why do I feel older all of a sudden? There is one mistake I do not want you to make. Do not assume this is just aging and nothing can be done. And do not assume that eating any random fruit will fix it. Some fruits are much more useful than others when muscle loss starts creeping in. Here in the United States, I see this all the time in older adults. They are eating less, moving less, losing strength little by little, and nobody has clearly explained what to do in a simple, practical way. So let me make this easy. If you are trying to protect yourself from sarcopenia, which simply means age-related loss of muscle mass and muscle strength, these are 5 fruits worth keeping in your routine, but only if you use them the right way. And that last part matters, because one of the biggest mistakes people make is eating fruit by itself, skipping protein, and then wondering why their legs are still weak. Sarcopenia usually does not arrive with a loud warning. It shows up quietly. You walk slower. Your grip feels weaker. You hold the railing more often. You avoid stairs. You use your hands to push yourself up from the couch. You feel less steady in the shower. That is often how it begins. Age plays a role, yes, but so do low protein intake, too much sitting, poor recovery after illness, low overall calories, inflammation, poor sleep, and sometimes vitamin deficiencies or chronic disease. So the goal is not just to eat healthy. The goal is to eat in a way that helps your muscles stay alive, active, and responsive. There is a study I want you to remember because it makes this real. Hong and Bei published a systematic review and meta-analysis in the journal Nutrients in 2024. When they looked at adults aged 60 and older, higher fruit and vegetable intake was linked with about 36% lower odds of sarcopenia. That does not mean fruit is a cure. It means your daily food pattern can either support your muscles or quietly work against them. So let's talk about the fruits that make the most sense. Kiwi is one of the best places to start. It is small, easy to eat, and loaded with vitamin C. That matters more than many people realize. Vitamin C is not just about immunity. It also supports tissue health and helps the body handle oxidative stress, which becomes more important as we age. And there was a Journal of Nutrition study in 2020 showing that middle-aged and older adults with better vitamin C status tended to have better skeletal muscle mass. So when I say kiwi is a smart fruit for muscle aging, I am not guessing. A simple amount is 1 to 2 kiwis a day. The best way to eat it is not by itself as a little side snack while the rest of the meal is weak. Use it with protein. Kiwi with Greek yogurt works well. Kiwi in a smoothie with milk and a scoop of protein works well. Kiwi with cottage cheese works well. Morning is a great time because breakfast is where a lot of older adults go wrong. Tea, toast, maybe a little jam, and almost no protein. Then by noon, energy crashes and muscle support never really started. Kiwi fits beautifully into breakfast. Berries are another excellent choice, especially blueberries and strawberries. These are useful because they bring vitamin C, fiber, and plant compounds that help with oxidative stress and recovery. That matters if you are trying to stay active. A cup a day is a practical amount. Fresh or frozen is fine. You do not need expensive fancy berries. Frozen berries from a regular grocery store are perfectly reasonable. Here is the better way to use them. Put them into Greek yogurt, add them to oatmeal made with milk, blend them into a protein smoothie. And here is a mistake I see often. People turn healthy berries into dessert. Syrup, sugar, sweet cream. Now the sugar load is bigger than the benefit. Keep them simple. Banana is the fruit many people feel guilty about, and in many cases, that guilt is unnecessary. For muscle support, banana is actually very practical. It gives easy energy and a useful amount of potassium, and potassium matters for normal muscle and nerve function. If an older adult is under-eating, tired, or losing weight without meaning to, a banana can be one of the easiest fruits to include. It is soft, portable, cheap, and familiar. A reasonable amount is 1 medium banana a day. The best time is often before or after activity. If someone is working on resistance bands, banana can be useful around that time. But again, try not to eat it alone every time. Banana with milk, banana in a protein shake, or banana sliced into oatmeal with nuts. That is much better than banana by itself. Now, a quick caution here. If you have diabetes, portion awareness still matters. And if you have kidney disease, potassium intake may need adjustment. Good advice should respect the person in front of you. Cherries, especially tart cherries, are very interesting because they seem to be more helpful on the recovery side. That means if your muscles get sore easily, if starting exercise makes you feel beat up, or if you quit routines because your body feels slow to recover, cherries may be a good fruit to keep around. Research on tart cherry products has suggested benefits for muscle soreness and strength recovery after exercise. That does not mean you need to run out and buy expensive supplements. Whole cherries are a very sensible place to begin. About a cup of fresh cherries is a fair serving. If someone uses juice, I like to keep that controlled. Juice can become a hidden sugar habit. The smarter move is using cherries after activity with a protein-rich snack. Pomegranate is another fruit I really like for this purpose. It is rich in polyphenols, and recent reviews suggest pomegranate may help with muscle recovery and soreness. Again, not a miracle, but very supportive. Half a cup to 1 cup of the seeds is a practical amount. Sprinkle them over yogurt, add them to oats, or eat them with a balanced breakfast. It feels fresher without becoming a dessert. Now here is the part most people are never told clearly. You do not need all 5 fruits every day. That becomes expensive, annoying, and unrealistic. A much better plan is to rotate 2 fruits a day from this list. Maybe kiwi and berries one day, banana and pomegranate the next, berries and cherries on another day. That is sustainable. That is what people actually keep doing. And the real secret is not fruit alone. It is fruit plus protein plus muscle use. I want to say that one more time because it is the difference between a good diet and a useful diet. Fruit plus protein plus muscle use. If you eat kiwi with yogurt, berries in a protein smoothie, or banana with milk after exercise, you are doing something meaningful. If you just nibble fruit and spend most of the day sitting, the effect will be much smaller. A lot of people ask, what time is best? Morning, afternoon, evening? The honest answer is that consistency matters more than the exact clock. But there are some smart ways to place these foods. Another common mistake is thinking this should work in 3 days. Sarcopenia does not develop overnight. This is a long game habit. You stay with it for weeks and months while also making sure your meals contain enough protein. Many experts now suggest healthy older adults often need more protein than the old minimum, often around 1 to 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight per day, but that should be individualized. I also want to tell you when this deserves medical attention. If you have rapid weight loss, repeated falls, major fatigue, trouble climbing stairs that is getting worse, or difficulty standing from a chair, it is worth bringing up with your doctor. In clinic, we may look at grip strength, how fast you walk, how many times you can rise from a chair, your recent weight change, your medication list, and your protein intake. That is how we separate normal aging from a real muscle health problem. So if you want the simplest version to remember, here it is. Kiwi helps because of its vitamin C. Berries help because of recovery support. Banana helps for muscle function. Cherries help with recovery. Pomegranate helps with oxidative stress. Use 2 a day, pair with protein, and stay active. And please do not make these mistakes. Do not replace meals with fruit. Do not drink large amounts of fruit juice and call it healthy. Do not ignore protein. Do not stay sedentary and expect food alone to do the heavy lifting. Do not stop after 1 week and say it did not work. The people who do best are usually not the people following a trendy diet. They are the people doing simple things consistently. A stronger breakfast, a better snack, more walking, chair rises, light resistance work, enough protein, better fruit choices. That is how muscle health is protected in real life. If one of these fruits is already in your kitchen, start there today and tell me which one you are most likely to eat, because I would love to build the next one around the best protein foods to pair with it. If you like practical health guidance, stay close and subscribe.